Ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Marcus here again. You know, I've spent a lot of time espousing the fact that there's a difference between right and wrong, between good and evil, between God of love and the God of hate. We have been told that in the beginning the God of love created the world and made it so that all of the people that were put in it could enjoy the wonders of goodness and of love. And that the God of hate did not appreciate that. And so when humans were put on the earth and given instructions of how to apply themselves to receive the benefits of love, the God of hate set out to deceive them to think that it wasn't necessarily so. In other words, the God of love says that we had to respect that God that created us, and the way to do that was by respecting each other and treating each other as we ourselves wanted to be treated by each other, or as we wanted to be treated by God, and serve each other likewise. And that would give us a fruit of love. The God of hate came by and said, not necessarily so. You don't have to do that. Serve me, and I'll make you better than whatever they could ever be. And in so doing, all of the things that are essential for survival that we would receive by loving one another, the God of hate said, you can get this by loving the God of hate. I'll give you money. In other words, I'll claim everything that God has given as my own. And you serve me, and I'll give you money for serving me. And you can use that money to get any of those things that they could get over there talking about love. And you can be better than that, because over there everybody's happy. Over here on the side of hate, I can make you happier. And in the process, give you more life than they ever had. And everybody seems to want more life. And so they accepted the lie. And we became a lost people. And God of love has constantly sent a message to the earth to let people know that there is a God of love, and that you had been deceived, and that the pain and suffering that you have to endure, the lying, the cheating, the stealing, the killing, the poverty, the crime, the terror, and the violence, all is a result of the God of evil. The God of evil says, don't worry about that. Those of you who are important, those of you who are special, I'll give you more money, and you'll never have to be like those that are suffering. Those that are suffering, those who are going through pain, those who can't pay their bills and all of these things, that's because you are better than they are. And what I will do, I'll give them something to do, but I will not pay them like I pay you. In other words, I might pay you hundreds of millions of dollars. In fact, I might even make it possible for you to get billions. And those people who I have determined are not as special as you, I'll make them struggle. I'll have them living from paycheck to paycheck. I'll have them struggling to keep their heads above board. In fact, I'll take so much from them, I'll have them living on the streets with signs talking about beg and help me. I'll have them sleeping in the snow under pasteboard boxes, because they are not worth anything. You are so much more than they are. And the devil's people accepted that. And while there were good people who were not as bad as those who the devil wanted to control, and they could see that the devil was there, they tried to make a difference. That's where you get the Republicans and the Democratic Party from. And both of them serve the devil, but one is not as vicious as the other. And what we are seeing in America right now is one that is not as vicious as the other, struggling, trying to make a difference so that they can come into power and unseat the most vicious of the devil's people. And now the devil, with his viciousness, I saw something on the internet, I have hope that is not real. We already recognize that the devil, and when I say the devil, I'm talking about the devil put an agent, Donald Trump, up And the people who are in America who are so evil that the devil used other powers outside of America to help support this evil one that the devil wanted to put on the throne here in America. And all he had to do was to do a few things. I'm not going to repeat them. You know what they are. And they set it up and made sure that this most evil man in America got to be president of the United States. And this most evil man of America decides that he wants to be the devil's man. I mean, when the devil told Jesus, all of these things I'll give to you if you bow down and serve me, and Jesus said no way and went to the cross, he told Donald Trump that. All of these things I'll give you if you serve me. And Donald Trump says, yes, sir, you're a powerful man, and I'm loving the power that you give me. I'll do whatever you tell me. And so Donald Trump came in deceiving and calling the truth a lie, and his lie is the truth, and got the people even more confused. And when the people should have been taking the necessary action to remove Donald Trump, they themselves were basically caught up in the evilness of the world. And it restricted their ability to have courage to do the right things. And so here we are. But they've still been trying to switch. The Democrats have still been struggling to try to bring in a little less evil. And I saw somewhere that the Trump and his Attorney General wants to bring in the CIA. Now, what is the CIA? The CIA is something. It's a model that every last one of you should have used, but you don't know anything about it. You know very little about it. The CIA is supposed to be an agency that works outside of the continental United States. And its mission is to deal with other powers out there to make sure that we can be abreast of what's going on, that we can use these people to be able to manipulate if we want to achieve something here. And what are the restrictions on the CIA? None. You lie, you cheat, you steal, and you kill for the devil. You lie, you cheat, you steal, and you kill for the devil. But you make the people think that they're doing it for the country. And the evidence of it is that's what they have been doing. So that tells you that the country is ran by the devil. And all of the people in it are under the influence of the devil. And anybody that's worth 50 cents in love who stands up gets killed. And so that tells us that the whole world is controlled by the devil. I don't care how much God you say you got. You are not standing up for God. You are not following the ways of God. And you can shout hallelujah all you want to. You are a devil's agent. And now I hear that the powers that be wants to bring in the CIA to do the things to the American people that those people who still kind of believe in the Constitution will not do. To do the things that Putin and all of those guys who have already sold their souls out to the devil, to do what they have done. And here we are right now, ladies and gentlemen, in the clutches, in the grips of the devil. Now, God is God, the God of love. The devil could only do the things that the devil does because the devil deceived the people. And by deceiving the people, it has been able to do everything that it does today. Everything, because the people are deceived. But God wants you to know, ladies and gentlemen, that the only power he got has been stolen from you, and you have solidified it by making sure that you don't raise any opposition. And if you did, it wasn't for God. It was just for a lesser devil. That's why when the election of 2016 came around, everybody who voted went to the polls basically to vote for a Republican or a Democrat. Both of them instruments of the devil. The Christian people who say they love God, who don't know a thing about God, went to the polls to vote for the devil. Republicans thought, and the preachers, all of them, think that they're working for God. And they are working for the devil. The Democrats, same way. They think they're serving the God, and they are serving the God, the devil. But who's serving the God of love? I'm sure there's somebody. I'm sure, but they're not identified. And they probably don't want to be identified. Because as of days of old, if they are identified, they must die. And what's going to happen? God will allow you in your bull, in your jive, in your fakeness, to die. As he did in the flood days. As what is happening right now. The devil has only a short period of time. The devil can't stop the floods. The devil can't stop the wildfires. The devil can't stop the hurricanes and tornadoes. The devil can't stop that. It's coming. And you know, all the money that you can make in the world cannot stop this. Not only that, all the money you can make in the world cannot rebuild what is being destroyed. So the message to the human race today is, this is what's happening. You are in the power of the devil. But God has a message for those who want to love, that you are not alone, that God is with you. But in order for you to receive the benefits of God, you have to follow the ways of God. And the ways of God means to resist the devil. And oh yes, they will kill you. But God has the authority to stop it. And God will stop it when it's appropriate to stop it. In the meantime, you must die so that those under you will understand that God of love is worth dying for. And they are willing to die. And they will die. And those will be a message to the power of the people behind them that God is worth dying for. And once people start seeing that God is worth dying for, when they start seeing the floods and the hurricanes and the tornadoes flooding out everything, and the devil can't stop it, you know what? They will turn to God. Hope it don't be too late. But for most of us, nah, buddy, it's late. Just wanted to share that with you. Hope it has a point. Thank you very much.